All right, now let's talk social media. I know most of you guys, when you hear those words, you're like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I can tell you my experience with social media has been a journey. When I first started as a solo entrepreneur, I was so inconsistent with it. I absolutely hated it. I had zero followers. I just despised it. I thought everyone was just trying to look cute. It was in the era where everyone was like looking fake and airbrush and in bathing suits, and it was just like, oh, this is so stupid. So I never really was a fan. And then I started to realize and change my mindset that this is a massive marketing tool and that I need to learn it. So then I started to try to do it. And then I try to do it in between patients. So I'd see a patient, then in between there, whatever I did with that patient, I would pick like one tactic that I use with them. I would record myself and put it on social media. After a while, I just got tired of doing it. Sometimes I would do it, sometimes I wouldn't because I'd have to pee in between patients or get something for a patient. And it all just became too much. So then when I hired staff, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like now I can have them do it. So I had my providers film videos, and then I had my administrative people um, do the editing of the video and like do the text on the bottom half of the screen. Well, the problem was with that is the providers would make the video, but then didn't communicate what the video was about medically wise. And so my admins were like, we don't know what to do with this. We don't even know what this topic is and can't even pronounce this name. So there was such a disconnect. And so then we started promoting stuff that like wasn't even legit, and we had a fairly big following, and people were like, what the heck? So our brand started to go down. So then I was like, okay, well, let me solve this with an agency. So I hired a social media agency. Again, learn from my mistakes. I paid 3K for a social media agency, and all they did was make social media posts for 3K a month, guys. 3K a month. I don't think people understand like truly how much this stuff costs. Well, the problem, I thought, oh, now I don't have to think about it. It's all on them. Great. But here's the problem. They still need all the information from you. The social media agencies, they don't know anything about your business. They don't know anything about you. They don't know anything about your products and services. So then you have to create documents and documents and documents of your stories and who you are and how you help people and what does this stuff even mean, especially in a medical world. And it just became, oh, and by the way, then I had to film everything, and then please send me the pictures and videos of this. And it's just like, oh my God, I might as well just do this myself. So it was still heavily involved. This is why I came up with social media bots because, and our agents, because it writes out everything for you. You just put in your topic that you want. We clone it to your company, your logo, your brand. And we literally just released this because I was so tired of trying to figure out social media. And I realized everyone in the healthcare space is too, because we are on this earth to help people, not figure out how to, do the marketing. Now, I say this all because it's social media is really important. Social media is super important. It is the billboard of who you are. So if I go to someone's social media account and they have not posted daily, I'm like, oh, this person isn't legit. It's already telling me that. If they haven't posted in 2 weeks, I'm like, oh, yeah, they're not a real business because they don't have it. They don't have the clout for it, right? If I also go there and they don't have updated stuff, it's a turnoff because I'm like, oh, that already is like saying your brand is old and kind of outdated and not. It just is telling me that. Now, here's the other thing people don't know about social media, which is very cool now. With AI, if you have a shirt on that says your branding, it's going to pick that up without you even saying the words. If you are about helping people with weight loss and you have like a needle on your shirt with like some kind of medicine bottle, it's going to pick that up and be like, oh, she must be an injector. Like she must help people with this. It's crazy what AI can do. And so, what you wear, what you say, how you present, all matters. What's in your background all matters because it will pick it up. Okay. And so, social media, you have to think of it instead of social media, it's not social anymore. It's marketing media. that is probably not number one, but that is a very high search engine. You can find all your people on there. You can find what they do. You can find what they want. You can create polls in your story. Guys, I poll my audience at least 2 to 3 times a week because that's someone actively saying, I have a problem. This is so important. So if you don't want to go and do the DM thing that I taught you, okay, and like hunt people and see what they're doing and all that, then put up a poll on your story and be like, hey, are you struggling with this? For my perimenopause people, do you have night sweats and you can't sleep? Yes, no. Anyone that says no, yes, message them. That's the opportunity because they just raised their hand and said, me. Message them. Conversely, if you're a chiropractor and you're like, and someone has spine pain or back pain and you're like, hey, does anyone have back pain picking up their kid? And they say, me, guess what? Message them. That's how you get in contact with them. Okay? That's how you get a patient like this. Because you don't know. No one's saying, hi, it's me. I'm perimenopause over here. Like on the internet, they don't have a label on their head. Okay? So that's how you quickly can get people is put up polls in your story. Now, don't be alarmed if you're starting out and no one votes. I have to put stickers. It's like, vote, please, please vote. And it has like arrows pointing to the poll. And maybe one person will. That's normal at first until you start building your audience. Okay. The other thing about social media, every title matters. If I'm a PT or an OT and I'm trying to attract PTs and OTs, then my title is going to be PT/OTs. Conversely, if I'm a pelvic floor therapist dealing with leakage clients, then my title or my hook is leakage when working out, ? Okay? You want the title to be very curious. You want it to be very like stopping in your tracks. Okay? If I'm a perimenopause specialist and I help people in perimenopause, my title should be tired by 2 p.m., wide awake at 2 a.m. That's a good hook. Because they get the midday tired and they're up at 2 a.m. in the morning doing this because their insulin level now has spiked and their hormones, they can't sleep well. Okay? That's my perimenopause hook. What else do I have? 4 simple changes I have perimenopause patients make to lose inches off their belly fat. What are all perimenopause women complain about? We get this belly fat that we don't know where it came from. Know your audience so well. This is why that research that I was talking about at the very beginning of this course, the research is so key and it's so, so important for you to actually be able to continuously speak to your people. And remember the funnel again? Again, this all correlates, okay? These are the people you need to speak to, not the people that already know that they have the problem. You need to point out the problem. 2 a.m., I didn't know that was a problem waking up. Oh, that's a problem? Oh, wow. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Okay? Another thing you can say is like, I'm trying to give you another example. Like no energy, crashing by 2 p.m. I'm just thinking perimenopause now because that's just like, oh, hair thinning, don't know what to do. Keep watching. And then have it keep watching and give them tips on how to, improve their hair growth. So many women want that. This is like, if their hair goes, they're so unconfident. No one wants a bald spot on their head, right? So that's huge. And so making sure that you have an amazing hook is key. And again, if you are like, Kelly, I suck at this, I need help. Well, great. Guess what? We have our social media bots and they're not that expensive at all. It's so doable compared to like my $3,000 agency that I paid. And it will help write the whole thing for you with the SEO. I've already done all the research on it. I put in my strategy and it's yours. So, and you get it created. So anyways, if you're struggling with this, like, please let me know and, we can help you with that. But you have to post every day and you have to post at the same time. So I would recommend either at 9 or 10 o'clock post or 5, 6 o'clock post, just to start out as a standard. Okay. And I would try to post on as many platforms as possible. If you're just starting and that overwhelms you, just pick one that you think most of your clients are on. It's either Facebook or Instagram. Pick one. And Facebook, I would post on your personal Facebook and friend people from your personal Facebook. Yes, you can post on your business page, but no one is going to a business page to search you out or to search for help. So if it's on Facebook, post on your personal. If it's on Instagram, post on your business page, because that can go to anyone. What else do I want to say about social media? Let me look here. Give me 1 second. Let me just see what else I put down here. Social media, you need to have amazing hooks, not just only the words, but the actual visual part. So number one, yes, it is true. The better you look on camera, probably the more likes that you're going to get, or the more attention, not even likes. By the way, it's not about likes, it's about shares now. Likes are out. Likes are like 2025. 2026 is shares, okay? So how many shares can you get? That means someone's like, yes, me too. You want someone to watch your video and go, yes, me too. And they want to share it with their friends so that your posts get more views from other people that aren't in your circle. That's what you're going for, not likes, okay? Or not views of a video. How I get attention, because we're in the medical field, is using our models, guys. If you have any models in your office or any models at your home or whatever else, like literally use the models. This is a pelvis. This is your pelvic floor. Use the model. Put it in frame, okay? Right here in their face, because people are going to be like, this is going to stop the scroll. They're going to be like, what the heck is that thing? Now there you go. They're going to be like, what the heck is that? Wait, okay? Do a reaction. People are going to stop. Okay, that's the first thing. Or, okay, something like that. I know it look crazy, but you got to get a little silly on these things for people to pay attention. Funny hits sometimes. You can also do education. At my clinic, I did a lot of education, and it did work, but we did it like in a fun kind of way because we dealt with this. So we were putting things in holes and, looking through it with our eyeballs and doing kind of funny things to be like, hey, let's not take this so seriously. Let's make it a little bit lighthearted so it doesn't seem so scary and people are fearful of it. So that's key. What else do I want to tell you about social media? Cleaner backgrounds are better rather than having like lots of crap in there. That also does help. Really having your head in frame like this is right here. Hopefully it's still here. Yep. Like my head is in frame. That is important. I also leave room above my head like this so I can put words. Sometimes if your head is too in frame like this, then the words go across your forehead and it just kind of looks funny. So more aesthetically pleasing if you leave space above your head. I also, anywhere I go, I use my phone and I just take 15 seconds worth of, I call it B-roll. If I'm walking, I'm just filming walking. Now my head's on it, I'm just filming the road walking. If I'm on a treadmill, I'm filming myself on the treadmill for 15 seconds. If I'm walking my dog, I'm filming my dog as she walks. All that matters because all I can do then is just put words across the actual video and that could be impactful for someone. Okay. And it didn't take me long. I didn't have to put my head in front of the camera and speak directly into the camera because I know that's scary. How I got over this is I actually took a patient's head and put it, like literally printed and put it here on my phone. And I act like I was specifically talking to my perfect avatar. Like she was my ideal client and I'm just talking to her. So that's when you don't say y'all because then no one's listening. If you say you, Sally, don't say the patient's name, but you, I'm talking to you specifically because you're the person that I really want to help because that's where my passion comes from. It's easier to talk to an iPhone. Very awkward at first. Lights are important. Make sure you're lit. As you guys can see, my face is lit. My background is not as much. Okay. More light, the better. Now I know when you're starting out, you're not going to have lighting. Stand in front of a window, face a window, hold up your phone. Tripod. Oh my God, this is really important. Where is my good one? tripod on Amazon that goes to actual human height. I can show you this one. This one right here. Actually, I have it right here. Wow, look at that. You guys see that? Will it zoom in? Will it not? If not, I'll put it here, okay? This is it. It's LAMICALL. Look at how little this is. And this thing unfolds. This is going to be your best friend for filming, okay? Because you're not going to ask your spouse 24/7 to hold a camera. This thing literally just expands and keeps expanding to human height, at least 5'5", so that I can actually have a nice video where it's not double chins, it's not over here, it's not, like it's literally, and you can adjust this thing. It's awesome. And your finger doesn't get caught. This thing doesn't chomp your finger off. I love this thing. This is my favorite. Okay. And it's awesome. And I bring it everywhere because you can just set it up. Maybe you're sitting looking at the ocean. Just set it behind you and let it just play. Don't smile at it. Just look at the ocean and let it film you. Okay. That's called B-roll. You need a lot of that. And what I do with that footage then is take it and put it into Google Drive and I just organize it. Me sitting looking at my computer, me sitting looking at the beach, me hanging out with clients, me walking my dog. So then that way, when I have a story that I want to tell, I'm like, oh, I'm going to pull from that file and it's already really organized. And all it is filmed on my iPhone. That's it. And there is a way from the iPhone that you can have it automatically go into folders, by the way. You can have it automatically uploaded into the folders. So hopefully this gives you a little insight of how I handle social media, all the problems I've had with social media. I've tried everything, which is why I just, again, created the bots because it takes out all the guesswork, all the thinking, and it just does it for me. And I can actually use my own videos and I can use my own pictures. So it is me telling the story. It just is, I'm getting help with the words, and that way I'm not sitting there going, what should I post today? How many of us have been there? So it helps solve that. Otherwise, I mean, this is still going to be your friend because you still need your own videos. I mean, you can use ours. It does do AI videos and AI pictures, but sometimes people don't want that. They want their own. So this is still going to be clutch. Okay. All right, guys, I think that's what I have to say about social media. And, yes, you have to be consistently posting. Please consistently post. And it is something that I would schedule in on the calendar once a week. Once a week, just to be realistic, it's probably going to take you 4 hours once a week to do social media consistently if you just post one post a day. That's realistically the time that it will take to make 7 social media posts. 4 hours. Okay? And you're like, what? It does. And that's with the videos already filmed. If you're really strategically planning it out. And also, let me say this. What I like to do is I plan what I want to say. So if I'm focused on perimenopause, then I'm going to make all my content about that one avatar that I have in my head. You see how this all goes back to the beginning? Okay. And from here, I'm going to write out, guys, you see this? All this is my social media plan. Every single day, I'm writing out what's at the top of the funnel. What's my people going to be attracted to? And so every single day, okay, I don't just preach this, by the way, I do it. Every single day I have written out what I'm going to do. And then over here, I have the polls that I actually want to put out. Okay? And so it's all pre-planned. It's already done. And that way I can execute, and all my marketing makes sense, and it's not just like random and I'm wasting time and I'm not targeting the person I need to be targeting. Like, it's all strategy. And that's what we're good at, is strategy for healthcare professionals. And so, it's a must. I hate to tell you, it's a must. You got to do it. And plus, it's going to help your SEO. It's going to trigger that now because we put in keywords in the description. That is huge now because it's categorizing. When people search you on Google, it will come up because of the keywords. So social media, it's highly underrated and it needs to be one of the top priorities. All right, guys, toodaloo.